I done seen better days, all the times I done prayed, the hard work soon gon' pay. I done seen better days, I done seen better days.
Yeah, it's your boy Zente, and we here, y'all. We back with another video. Y'all fucking with the merch? I think this shit is fire, so y'all let me know. Let me know down below in the comments if you like the merch. Cause it ain't nothing but one word for me to get this shit out to y'all. So let me know. That's all y'all gotta do is tell me that y'all like it. But we back with another video. I've been trying to do this for the past 2 days because this came out 2 days ago. First take, Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. The Clippers lost. So I want to see what they about to say because I'm about to be OD weak. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss no videos from me. If you're not new, thank you for all the support. Without further ado, let's hop right into this.
I'll take it from there. You remember Water Wolf? Because you and I grew up in New York City. Remember the great Water Wolf when he was doing his highlights, you know, every evening on CBS? Remember Water Wolf, Max Kellerman? Let's go to the videotape. Remember that? I got videotape for you. I got videotape for you, Max Kellerman. Brian Borg, our producer extraordinaire. Give me highlight number 1, please. Take it away. Play it.
He's in the conversation for greatest defensive player who ever lived. You don't even really think about his offense, except right now, he's shooting 60% from the field in the playoffs. A former finals MVP before he entered his prime is shooting 60 in the playoffs. Best offensive player, including KD, who's also in his prime, but Kawhi's not playing with Steph and Clay. So under pressure, yes, Kawhi is better than Kobe was.
What that video didn't show was the fact that Jay Williams and I got up off the set and walked out because of the dribble, the blasphemous that you just spewed. But Max, wait a minute before I get into Kawhi and
No,
you.
before
I
you
got
go on,
more.
hold on,
Play
hold
the
on.
next. Hold on.
Wait. You can get to more. You can get to more.
Yo, bro, Stephen A. is about to drag it OD because Max been talking about Kawhi for mad long. Now, I'll give you my opinion. No, Kawhi is not trash. Yes, he's one of the best players in the league. But I've been saying he's not better than LeBron. He's not better than KD. And he's not better than Anthony Davis. And then if you think he's better than Steph Curry, that's debatable. So, I don't know. Y'all let me know where y'all think Kawhi ranks in the top 5 players in the league. Comment that down below.
Hold on. We're taking this one at a time, brother.
I got another tape.
You can
play
more tape, but
play
one
the
thing
other
at a
tape
time.
right now. We don't want to hear from Max.
LeBron is a greater player than Kawhi when all is said and done, historically. KD will be too, I believe. But right now is what we're talking about. We're not talking about lifetime achievement. We're talking right now. I think Kawhi is the baddest man on the planet. He is the reigning and defending finals MVP, and not for the first time, and I believe he's going to do it again.
That was Max Kellerman, ladies and gentlemen. Now let me get to last night's game. Kawhi Leonard. That might be the biggest choke job we've ever seen in NBA history. I mean, it was that bad. It was that bad. We're talking about a 2-time MVP. We're talking about a 2-time champion who Max Kellerman has bloviated about being the best in the world. And what happens? You're up 3-1 in the second round, not the conference finals, in the second round against Denver, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, not LeBron James. And in the second round, up 3-1, you blow a 3-1 lead. What do? You shoot 6 of 22 from the field. You shoot 1 for 11 in the second half. You didn't even get to the free throw line. Just an absolute positive choke job, period. Oh, it's just that simple. And I gotta say this hurts me. This hurts me because I love this brother. I think he's one of the best people you could ever meet in the NBA, and I do think he's a star. But Paul George doesn't get taken off the hook either. I mean, his performance was abysmal. It was just as bad as Kawhi Leonard. When you're in a corner, wide open, behind the three-point line, and you hit the side of the backboard, and you can't buy a basket. I can't let him off the hook. I can't let Lou Williams, Lemon Pepper Lou, off the hook either. Your job is to score. That's your job, to find a way to stop the bleeding. Lou Williams didn't do that. My brother, Doc Rivers. We know how much I love this man. We know what a great coach I think he is. You've been there 7 years. You still can't get them to the NBA Finals. Doc Rivers is in trouble. I hope that he does not lose his job. He's in a world of trouble right now. And if
Yo, this is what's funny, right? When they lost, I was like, all right, Kawhi, you ain't do good, bro. That's the wrong time for you to have a bad game in Game 7. But this is more about Paul George. Like, bro, he's looking bad. Like, he really has not looked good since he left Indiana. And you could keep talking about the injury and all of that, but, bro, you gave yourself your nickname Playoff P, bro. You looking trash, bro. You did not play good this whole playoffs. So for you to do that in Game 7 and not help Kawhi out, it's not a good look, bro.
he keeps his job, he's on the hot seat. Sam Cassell looking to be a head coach. Damn it, this might have blown that opportunity for the immediate moment. Ty Lue, we know what a champion he is. Unfortunately, everybody's looking at that coaching staff. Why? Because load management, lack of team chemistry, team not being together, acting like prima donnas, it all came back to bite them in the you-know-what. But for the purposes of this show, that man sitting right in front of me, right there, that split screen, right there, Max Kellerman. I mean, talk about somebody that should shell up. If not flat out, I don't want to hear whoops. No, I mean, you owe America a public apology. You know, owe the basketball gods a public apology. Kawhi Leonard, he wasn't even the third option when he was in San Antonio and he won the league MVP. And then last year, there was no Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson went down. He shouldn't have won last year. This was the first time in his career he was the number one dude. All the pressure was on him, and he flat out choked. There is no way around this. Floor is yours.
Yeah, he choked. That's right.
I'm not finished, but the floor is yours.
As John Maynard Keynes, Stephen A. said,
Yeah, he choked.
famous economist.
That's all you got.
When the facts change, so does my opinion. What about you, sir?
Did you bring up
last
an economist?
year when you showed
Did
that
you just
clip,
bring
and
up
by
an
the way,
economist?
let's start.
Did
now
you
I have
just
to
bring up an
debunk all
economist?
the bunk that you just spewed. You had
You
your
just
chance.
brought up an economist
Now I
on
have
a
to debunk
basketball argument?
all the
Is that what you
bunk-
just did?
All the bunk you just spewed. Zip it, as you would say. All the bunk you just spewed. Number one, I wasn't saying for years Kawhi was the best. I said since last year's playoff. Going into the playoffs, I said Giannis was, because that's what he showed during the regular season, and LeBron was hurt, and also much older at that point. Then Kawhi dominated everyone in the playoffs, including in the...
Look at Stephen A.'s face, bro. I'm dumb weak.
The finals. And at that point, I said what just happened. He had one of the all-time great clutch postseasons of all time. Considering what he did on the offensive and defensive end, considering he just won Finals MVP for the second time, I don't care who was hurt on the Warriors. If the Warriors were at full strength, no one was going to beat them, including any LeBron-led team. No one was going to beat that Warriors at full strength. Of course, if they were at full strength, they would have won. That didn't mean KD was better than Kawhi that year. It meant he was on a much, much better team. So let's get on to your Kobe stuff.
This is shame.
Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, one of the all-time greats, and obviously I don't want to point out where the Strongs stumbled right now, but you act like Kobe never had a Game 7 like that. Now his team won. Meta bailed him out in that Game 7, as did Powell. But Kobe shot, I think he even shot worse than Kawhi did last night. Like, Kobe had Game 7s like that. Don't act like he didn't. By the way, up 3-1 on a team that came back on him. Kobe and the Lakers were up 3-1 on Steve.
He didn't get punked.
On Steve Nash.
Denver
He
came
didn't
at
get
them the
punked.
first
He
6
shot
minutes
the
of the
same
fourth
as
quarter. They
Kawhi.
folded.
Hold on. You talked. He shot the same as Kawhi in Game 7. Now his team won. He gets off the hook for that. And guess what? I agree he gets off the hook for that. I agree you can point to Kobe and say, well, his team, if they needed him to do more, maybe he would have. Maybe that's true. It's much worse when you play like Kawhi did in a Game 7 and you get destroyed by 20.
We're going to do the second video because I know there was more that they talked about, so let's hop right into that.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. There's 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game, and it is over. The Denver Nuggets are up 20! 20! It's over! Kawhi Leonard, Max Kellerman, I don't want to hear another word about he the best. Nicest dude in the world, Paul George. Oh my God. Did he look bad tonight? Shots off the side of the backboard, missed layups, missing wide open threes, turning the ball over. All in the fourth quarter. All in the fourth quarter. Denver ain't no joke. I give them a lot of credit, but this was a straight choke job by the Clippers in the fourth quarter. When you wet the bed like that in the last 12 minutes of a game 7, that's a choke. That's a choke job. You see me choking now?
Oh, paging Max Kellerman. Stephen A's already got his snack. He's going to be sipping his tea. Let me remind everyone, the Clippers had a 3-1 lead in this series. So, yes, I would define that as a choke, as Stephen A said. And, Max, you describe Kawhi as not just the best. He's a cyborg, and he has ice water in his veins. What the heck happened to your boy?
The Denver Nuggets happened to my boy, and I was wrong. Kawhi cannot play like that in the 7th game of a series, period, in any series, and be considered the best player in the world. The only possible saving grace for the Clippers and Kawhi is if the Nuggets do the same thing to the Lakers. But, as I've done in the last 2 series, I'm picking against these Nuggets in that one. Look, Kawhi, as I said before the game, I'm not going to change now, I'm right here. Kawhi, as I said before the game, I hold to the same standard as LeBron or James Harden or anyone else who is a superstar and one of the best players in the world and the franchise centerpiece. It's a game 7. If you've gotten this far, the teams are evenly matched. The team with the best player on the floor will win the game, almost always. The best player on the floor was Jokic. Kawhi was also not the second best player on the floor. The second best player on the floor was Jamal Murray. You can't be, and he may not have been the third best player on the floor either, but you can't have 2 dudes on the other team both outplay you. The Clippers at one point didn't score in the fourth quarter until like 5 minutes to go was the first field goal at least they made in the fourth quarter. This has happened to me once before with respect to LeBron James. When in 2016, in the midst of a 73-win season, Steph Curry looked unstoppable, going back 4 years already. And I said, I know a guy like Steph is never the best player in the world, his size and everything. LeBron's so much more athletic. But given the rules today, Steph has surpassed LeBron. And I had to eat my words then when LeBron led them on a comeback in a Game 7 to win at Oracle. And in the last almost 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, the greatest half-court offense ever didn't score a point, led by Steph Curry, who turned the ball over. And I had to come out and say, oops, sorry, LeBron, you're still the king after all. Look, this morning I have to say, at this moment, whoops, 4 years after that fact, sorry, LeBron, you're still the best player in the world after all.
It's not just the whoops, though, bro. Like, you should have been knew that he was the best player. Just because he didn't play last year does not mean that he was not the best player. Now, I still don't... At this moment, I don't know. He ain't really looking that good. It's looking like it's AD's team. I think KD is the best player in the world, but we haven't seen him, just like we didn't see LeBron last year. Let me know who you think the best player in the NBA is right now.
Kawhi blew it.
Are you finished? I just want to make sure
now.
because I want to give you all the time you need. Now I want to give you all the time you need.
For now.
Are you finished? Because once I get in, I don't want to be interrupted. I want to give you the floor because I don't want to be interrupted. About when I get
puppets?
Are you
Want me to
sure?
bring sock puppets? I'm finished for now. Depends on what you say.
Okay. First of all, your little soliloquy right there shows why when it comes to the sport of basketball, you should be banned from talking about the sport. Your take was embarrassing. After all of this noise that you have made all of these years about Kawhi Leonard, you come on national television. I give you the top of the show. I step back. I got my team do this right here, Max. Got my team right here. Listen, man. Look, man, I stepped back, Max. I gave you the floor, and your response to the American public after the drivel you have subjected us all to for the last several years was, whoops, I blew it. That's the best you can do. Thanks.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's not just whoops. Like, no, bro. They look bad. Paul George looked fucking terrible. Kawhi did not look good in that last game. And y'all blew it. Y'all choked. Y'all was up 3-1. And y'all lost. And y'all was supposed to play the Lakers. And now we're not going to see you play the Lakers. That's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're already subscribed, thank you for all the support. Comment down below what other videos you want me to react to. It's your boy Zente. I'm out of here.